What is up, you guys? Nabakon here, bringing you my perspective as to what entertainment is bringing us. And today we'll be talking about Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, which came out around 2002 as a GameCube exclusive, September 19th, 2002, to be specific. Sales figures for the game are unknown at the moment, but I do feel that it didn't sell that well. Given that, like I said, not only is it GameCube exclusive, but it is a weird license game. The GameCube did not sold well. It is the least selling 6th gen console. The PlayStation 2 completely dominated that gaming generation. Even the OG Xbox, which was the new cool kid at the time, managed to outsell the GameCube. Nintendo was not in a good state at the time. I think what also didn't help was that not a lot of people liked this game, as it was seen as another bargain bin license game that was prevalent during that gaming generation. So Monsters Inc. Scream Arena is set after the first one, where in order for monsters to get electricity, they have to use humor instead of fear to a child. If they fail, they get dodgeball thrown at them, which caused immense laughter. This gave Mike and Sully the idea to start a dodgeball tournament in order to stabilize all the power in the monster world. So Monsters Inc. Scream Arena is a sports game. A dodgeball game, to be specific, where there are surprisingly many types of modes and rule sets for a dodgeball game. One is free-for-all, stock battle, break the targets, get the hill, and another mode where, in order to win a match, you have to have the least amount of balls. This game has a multiplayer mode where you can play as multiple characters from the franchise, including Mike, Sully, Randy, George, Claus, a CDA agent, and surprisingly Boo. And one, not gonna lie, I didn't know a lot of these characters had names because they were on the background for the movie. So seeing that game actually gave these guys more room to go for themselves is really cool. So characters such as Claus, Schmidt, Needleman, it's very cool that it's actually very cool that they're actually playable characters, because the design-wise, all the monsters look sick. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish they did more with them with the movie. But I'm glad that this game gave them more of a presence. The game was developed by Radical Entertainment. They used to be a prominent development team in the 2000s until they were bought by Activision, and unsurprisingly, they are now relegated as a support studio. The reason for that is because Activision laid off so many of Radical's employees. Why, you may ask? Cost-cutting measures, so that the executive branch can get more money. This game was published by THQ. THQ are still around, just under THQ Nordic, as when the 2000s were about to end, THQ were losing a lot of money, and they had to be auctioned off because they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Yeah, they were down bad at the moment, so they were willing to be acquired by anyone, and Nordic Games came in clutch for them, and they became THQ Nordic. Now let's get back to the game. The presentation is fine. It has a pretty good intro, although the visuals could be better. It is serviceable, and it gets the job done on where Mike and Sully at after the first film. One thing I do, I don't know if it's them, but like the voice, it sounds like Billy Crystal and John Goodman, and if it's actually them, that major props on actually getting them back. Like that's huge, man. That is actually huge. And if not, they got some really good sound-alikes. Yeah, the voice acting is very good. I'll give them that. They kind of do sound like, they actually kind of do sound like the characters from the movies. Now I don't know if it's the same exact actors or very good sound alikes, but yeah, the voice acting is very good. The gameplay is fine. It's a dodgeball game. Like I said, if you played a dodgeball game before, I think you'll easily understand how Scream Arena works. The user interface is also fine. I do feel that they could have done a little bit better on the main menu selection, but I do feel that they were not given a big budget, so they had to work with what they got. The best part of this game, in my opinion, is the soundtrack. It is Chef's Kiss. That OST carries this game for me. It has so many bangers. The game has two main menu songs, which is kind of unheard of for a licensed game to do that. And they're both excellent songs too. They brought in the charm for the first film greatly, while doing its own thing. Like literally, you could put some of these songs on the first movie, and it would easily fit right in. Like it's that good. Like I kind of wish they were. I literally one of the best licensed video game soundtracks of all time. Like I'm gonna put it up there with Dark NES Darkwing Duck and the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures. It's that good. Overall, Monsters Inc. Scream Arena is alright. It's not the worst of the worst when it comes to licensed games. I don't know why sites like IGN gave it like a 2 out of 10. That's pretty harsh if you ask me. It's not a good game by any means. It's a fine time waster that somehow has an excellent OST. Like, you could do way worse with licensed games. Like, case in point, the Disney sports game, the Disney sports games, Disney Sports Soccer, Disney Sports Basketball, Disney Sports Skateboarding. Those are actual fucking dookie. Those are dookie. But Scream Arena, it's fine. I don't understand why it's so many people gave it a lot of shit. It gets the job done. That's all but like that again somehow has an excellent soundtrack. I have to thank my mother for this game because I didn't know that Monsters Inc. had a video game. I think she knew that I watched Monsters Inc. a lot during my youth, so I guess that's why she gave this game for me. And I did not know it was it is interesting that it was a dodgeball game, but I had a good time with it. I do remember playing multiplayer with some of my cousins. It was it was a pretty nice memory to have for this game. Yeah, I do remember unlocking the characters was kind of a pain, but that was a long time ago. I was in middle school around that time. I do remember unlocking Boo was a pain. Was pretty challenging, but I have all the characters. That, like I said, Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, it's a nice time waster. I mean, you can't do worse with licensed games. And if you want to get Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, you can actually get it for really cheap. I mean, they sold that game for like almost $5 to $10. Like, it is super cheap. Maybe for now, I do feel like if it gets more people, I do feel like if more people talk about this game, it's gonna get the price for the game will go up. But as of right now, as of the making of this video, you can get this game for a pretty cheap price. Good luck finding it. Good luck finding it locally, because I have not seen a box for this game in particular, and any local retro source. But online, yeah, go ahead. If you're curious about this game, go ahead. But for those that have played Monsters Inc. Scream Arena, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you want to, you can also follow my Instagram, Backlog, and Letterboxd down in the description down below. This game for me gets a 6 out of 10. It's an okay game. So with that out of the way, this is Namicon. I'll see you next time.